Hi, my name is Vivi. I go to Westlake High School and I did the Gateway program at Berkeley Academy.
What schools or programs are you admitted?
So far I have gotten into UT and then I got into Wharton at UPenn and that's where I'll be going.
Major?
My intended major is business with a concentration probably in finance or management, but I'm not sure yet. I think what made my application so successful was the fact that I had good test scores. I had a good SAT score. I had good grades. I had a good rank. But like on top of that, I had activities that really matched what I wanted to pursue in college. So since I want to do business, a lot of my stuff revolved around leadership or marketing and just it all related back to business. But then I also had like some things that kind of related to my own hobbies and interests. Like I love doing like videography and photography, and I tried to combine that in a way that like related to what I wanted to do. So I'm on my school's robotics team, but what I focus on there is mostly the management and marketing side of the team. So one of the things I do is I'm the videography lead, and I do videos for the team and I publish them on our social media, and what that really does is highlights our team's accomplishments and like shares them to the world. So that's one way to like get our message out about what we're trying to do, which is something more than just robots. It's about like furthering technology and becoming a larger community. And then we also just do social media in general, so that's a lot of photos and posting. So I have a lot of skills from that. I also started a political advocacy organization that is just students in Texas trying to further STEM education. And for that, that's a lot of contacting government officials, our local news media, and just different people. And I've had a lot of different experiences regarding business. I think what really motivated me to do all of this is that I found a way to combine something that I really liked. Like I always loved photography and taking videos, but I never really had a true reason to do it. And with this, I'm combining it with a more important message, such as providing more education for more students or trying to create STEM leaders and through like service and community outreach and mentorship. I didn't really start honestly until high school. Before then I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and even at the beginning of high school I thought I wanted to do engineering, but I think at the end of high school I really like found what I was passionate about, and it still like involved the technology side of things, which is what I was like truly interested in, and business. So the Gateway program helped me with like everything from like choosing what colleges I wanted to apply to, what major I wanted to do, to my essays, and all the way to actually like putting the stuff into the application on the website and submitting it. She helped me brainstorm my essays, figure out what I wanted to try to say in each specific essay, and also helped me with like things like word count, how should I word specific phrases, and how should I really answer the question the way it's supposed to be answered. I think the most value for me was figuring out like what I wanted to brand myself as to other colleges, because that's something that will help me with every college that I was applying to. It's just not specific to the colleges that I was doing in the program. So the essays were really important because on my resume, like I think my resume was like, it looks strong, but it's like not, it's very streamlined, and I think that essays highlighted why like I did what I did, and it wasn't just like one thing, it was like this bigger thing that I was trying to do. So for my Common App essay, I wrote about how my mother owned a nail salon, and when I was younger I would spend all this time at the nail salon, and as I grew older I realized that I had learned all these business skills from watching her do things such as balance checkbooks or even just like doing the manual label part, and there's a lot of like honor and like value in that work, and I was really inspired by it, and I wanted to pursue entrepreneurship the way she did and like start my own business hopefully. So for my Why Penn essay, I wrote about how throughout my many activities I was like the only girl, and how I felt that like I didn't have like the female role models that I wanted, and how I wanted to be part of a community like Penn where they're very welcoming and they empower women, and they in general they just have they're like-minded and they have similar goals to me in entrepreneurship, and how I wanted to kind of be the role model that I didn't have like within my community. I had it like within my home but not within my community, and I wanted to like be able to take those skills and then go back into my community. So I also did the SAT prep course. It was the 10-week intensive during the summer, and I did that, and then I got a 1570 on my SAT that I took right after in August. I probably could have gotten a perfect score if like I retook it, but I decided personally like it wasn't worth my time to do it. So I knew nothing about like how the college admissions process worked, and while I had two brothers, they didn't really apply to the same schools I did, and so like there they couldn't be much help, and so the Gateway program just really helped guide me through all of the college admissions process, and like I would have had no idea how to like brand myself, and I probably just would have written about like anything, and it wouldn't really have like a cohesive meaning, and so like the Gateway program really helped me with that. Yes, I would recommend it, even though it's like it's a lot because it's during the summer and like a lot of people don't want to work on college apps. It's really important that you do, and like it's just a few hours a week, and it's like such a stress relief to like have it done, and it, like the counselors are really helpful, and they'll make sure that like you get everything that you need done on time.
Great.
Yeah, so in general the advice I have is that you should try to enjoy the process as much as you can and be kind to yourself, because it's really easy to be self-degrading and think that your essays aren't good enough or that you like aren't good enough for a certain school, but you should know that like everyone, like all your friends are going through the same process, and that you have your counselors that will help you throughout the process and make sure that like any bumps in the road can be handled and that you aren't alone in the process. So while attending Penn, I really want to get involved in the startup culture there and hopefully become a part of one of the startups or start my own. And then another thing I want to do on the side is like do event photography or videography as a means of income. And then after, hopefully, I'll be working somewhere. Like I'll hopefully be working in finance or management straight out of college, and then I hope to be able to come back to my community and like mentor young girls in some way, whether it be through my robotics program, through my school, or just another means. I mean, my parents, like, they actually weren't that involved in my like school life as much as it seems. I think that like it's really important that you find like the sweet spot of like supporting your kids enough and like pushing them, because you don't want to push them so far to whereas they don't have the motivation to do it for themselves. You want them to like do it for themselves and do it for the right reasons. So just like really communicate with them and like understand and try to support them in the best way.